Okay, beautiful people, what have we got in this morning? We have got a Ford Focus 1.6 TDI with an injector leak. So let's show you what we've got. As you can see, nice and dry. Oh yes. So top tip for the day: get some muscle. Let's get that working. Normally I've done, well, in fact I did do this the day before. Just give it a little bit, break it all down, leave it overnight, and then we can start removing this injector. As you can see what that Mr. Muscle has done, look at that. Look at that, it has managed to break down a lot of that carbon, diesel. So it should make it much easier for us to remove. So tools you're going to need for this job: you are going to need an 8mm for that one and that one. You are going to need a 14mm spanner to undo the fuel pipe. You are going to need a 7mm Allen key for the two, one there and one down there, bolts. And then really it's just a case of making sure you do not lose that clip when we take it out, and definitely don't break the return pipe. Okay, let's do a time lapse and see how we get on with this one. Okay, so as you can see, look down now, that bracket that injector sits through is absolutely caked. So what we're going to have to try and do, we've now managed to loosen the injector. That's now loose. We're going to scrape all of that out to see if we can get this bracket out. Absolutely awful this. Been leaking for some time. Look at that. So the injector is out the hole. Look at that. Even the injector seal is stuck down the hole. Look. See that? See the copper? So we've got a special tool for that. So let's get it going. So we now need to get this copper seal out. So this is my injector seal puller, which is basically a slide hammer effect. This screws into the seal at the bottom and then you pull it out. So let's see if this works. It is absolutely caked in there. So you just do it up until it's tight. There we go, guys. And that is how you get them out. Because it is so dirty in that hole and so dirty around where we're going to put that clamp back on, I'm going to put this tool back in, and where it's got a rubber seal on it, that will protect the injector hole to stop it from going down into the engine. So what we'll do, we'll stick this back down the hole, we'll clean around the surface area, and then I'll stop anything from going in the engine. Just a little tip from me. That's it. So now I should be able to clean all of that and we should be good. Okay, have a look now. See the difference? You can actually start seeing now the surface in which the bracket would sit. Look, the threads are all clear, and just by leaving that tool in there, it just stops anything from going down the hole. I used a airline, which we've got over there, just to blow anything out the way, so when I lifted that tool out, it didn't drop down. Okay, now to clean out that hole, I've just got this brush set with different ends. This one's obviously got the stainless steel end, you've got brass, you've got nylon, and what we're going to do, just going to clean it down and then use a compressed air to make sure we get it all out. So let's get that going. Just want to make sure, nice and gentle. There's no need to be forceful with it. Don't get a brush that's going to be too big and then you get it stuck. Don't want any ends falling off. So nice and simple, nice and easy. And then I'll show you what it looks like after. But it has to be clean. And then what we'll do, then when you look down there, look how clean that hole is now, ready to accept the new seal. Alright, let's get on with it. Alright, now we've had this injector soaking in the Mr. Muscle. As you can see, it's already 100 times better. So all we're going to do is just gently, be careful not to touch the end of that tip. But as you can see, that's cleaned up really, really well. Just want to try and get this where the Mr. Muscle's done its job, but look at that. Look. So we're going to get as much of that off as we can. That's it. Get that all off there. So really, just a case of getting all of this out of this bracket. Right, so new injector seals. That's what they should look like. Look at that one, where it's eroded itself away. Look at that, ready? Look, it's actually moving around in there. What it should do is sit on there and be firm. So we'll get this one back in. So we've just dropped this one back in the hole. The good thing is it does turn inside the bracket. So just line it up with the fuel line to make sure that lines up first before you start bolting everything up. So I always put that on hand tight, and then we will drop these fasteners. Even they're horrible. Horrible. So we'll drop them fasteners back on. What's that? Now this is always the fun one. At the back, can't really get into it. No joy. I'm not being funny. Look how bad that is. That's the bolt hole where it was clearly leaking from the rear. Look at that. Okay. That's the fun bit, trying to get this back on here. Right, if you push it on there first and then try and get it on, it should be much better. That's it. Right, so that one's in by hand now. Now what we're going to do, we're going to grab the torque wrench and we'll make sure that these are torqued up to the correct spec. So we've got the torque wrench set, and it is on these are basically 2 stages. So you've got 4 newton meters and 75%, or 75 degrees. That's it. Okay, so that is the end of this focus video. Let's show you what we got. Another nice mess, but we are now, look at that, no chuffing, no stink, no nothing. See you on the next one.